What is going on, guys? It's Ethan again. We're back on another epic adventure. Today we have something very, very interesting to check out. This beautiful mid-century modern mansion behind me. It's absolutely huge. This house was designed in 1967 by architect Jerome Markson. Now, Jerome Markson designed a lot of residential properties in Toronto, but he also did a lot of commercial. He's a very well-known architect from the area in the 50s and in the 60s. And this is one of his finest designs. This house won awards back in 1968 and 1969, architectural awards. It was in a magazine back in 1970. This house was a very, very big deal at the time of its construction, and today it sits completely abandoned and forgotten. And I'm not even joking when I say that. This house has sat as you see it, like this, for almost 10 years. So the house sold for land value. So that means to buy the property, develop the land, and put a new house here. In 2019, for north of $10 million. Yes, we are in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the country. Celebrities have lived here and live here, to the likes of, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, and this is probably going to give it away, but I don't think that's going to matter. The house right, where is it? Can I get it in the shot? It's behind those bushes. There's a house over there, the neighboring house. The musician Prince lived there. Down the street and on the street over, musician Drake lives there. This is a very exclusive neighborhood. So I'm not kidding when I say that even back in the day when this whole neighborhood was houses just like this in the 50s and 60s, this was always a very exclusive area. So the story with this one goes back about 10 years. The first time I ever explored this area, I was 15 years old. This was one of the first houses I checked out. Now, we didn't go inside. I just walked around it at the time, took a few exterior photos. I don't know where those photos would be today. They're somewhere, but this house was a lot nicer then than it is now. In 2019, the house sold for land value. Now, what that means is that it was bought for the purpose of demolishing this place and putting up some giant 30,000 square foot mega mansion in its place, because this is a 2-acre property. And that's what they do in a neighborhood like this. I mean, if you want to really get into that, I challenge you to go look up what house was demolished to build Drake's house. Just go do some basic research, go into Google, search up Drake's mansion in Toronto. You'll find photos of the old house. It was honestly might be cooler than this one. That's a whole other story. That house has been gone for 9 years, but we're here to talk about this one. So this one has been sitting here for literally years. I don't know what the deal is. I'm really excited to see the inside. I'm really, really, really excited. It's been sitting since 2019 when it last sold. There has literally been demo fencing out front for, I'm not joking, 6 years. It's literally falling over. It's like rotting. It's like a wood fence. It's falling over. It's not good. So we're gonna go check it out. This is a mystery, this house, and it's cool because the architecture here is insane. So sorry for the long intro, but I just had to give you guys some info to give you some context, what we're going to go look at, and kind of makes it more interesting. So without further ado, I'm gonna shut up. Let's go take a look. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this. Wow, it is so overgrown. So yeah, like I said, this is quite literally sat like this since 2015 or 2016, I think. And it is so overgrown. That is unbelievable. So like I said, I don't know the state of the inside. So we're gonna find out that together. Man, so someone obviously has come in here at some point and cut the grass, because this isn't 10 years worth of not cutting the lawn. You have all these big mature trees. This will probably all be cleared out eventually. I mean, some of the ones closer to the road might get to stay. Like that big one there. Right there. But I mean, I don't know. You have a lot of property to build, so maybe these ones are safe. But nonetheless, this is a very, very interesting property. It's a very important property to Toronto's history. Back in the 60s, man, this whole neighborhood consisted of like just these houses. So here's the garage. I think we're gonna go through the back, because I think I could have got in there, but we're gonna go this way. Oh yeah, look at this, man. The design of this reminds me of like an elementary school. does not look very residential at all. That is the cool thing about these mid-century modern houses. These floor-to-ceiling windows are huge. So many of them. I don't remember if this house has a pool or not. I guess we're about to find out. There's a blue jay right there. Where is he? We can't see him, but he's right there, which is fitting because we're in Toronto. And the Blue Jays just won last night. They beat the Yankees in the in game 2 of the playoffs. So look at the size of this house. Absolutely gigantic. Holy crap. How do we get in here? So I have no idea the state of the interior. I have no idea. I know if the last time I was here in 2015 or 16, it was not in good shape. The exterior, the inside was all intact. Okay, this is... So you have a... Oh, its door is wide open. You have a covered little porch area here. Got this like tile patio. Yeah, this is crazy how messy this is. This would have been unbelievable 50 years ago, this place, 60 years ago. A little cutout there in the brick. So the door is just open. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, that's... What a letdown. You've got to be joking me. Man, you know... There's a bumblebee. What a shame. You know, for years I have wondered... Whatever became of this? And it is stripped. That's really, really disappointing. We can still take a look. But that... Oh. We're still gonna keep going, I think. Now... We have to be so careful because I don't know how solid these floors are. And I don't want to, because look how like rotted and wet it is there. So we're going to be really careful. That's just the garage. We'll go look at that separately because you can get to that from the front and not have to walk through a jungle to get to. So we'll do that last anyways. That's the garage there. So this would have been the kitchen. In like the dining room, I'm trying to remember because I looked at the blueprints of this last night. There was a magazine that featured this place back in 2000, I think around 2016 or 15, and it had a photo of the blueprints, like the floor plan. And I'm trying to remember. So this was the kitchen right here, right here. I mean, they left one kitchen cabinet for us to look at. There's a second basement entrance. It's not the main one. Oh yeah, it's gross down there. It might even be flooded. So this was the kitchen. Dining room here. This would have been like that terracotta tile floor. They did leave the intercom. So I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, a lot of the interior brick is still here. Like, right there. Oh, actually, that might not have been interior brick because that would have been, but this would have been drywall, I think. Left some ceiling. Now, my favorite part about this house is this room here. And again, I'm going to be super careful because I don't know how these floors are because You see all the water, how wet it is here. It's just dripping. This is incredible. So we have an interior brick wall with, like, look at this ceiling. This would have been magnificent. If I can find some photos of what this used to look like, I will put them in this video, and then I'll credit where I got them from. But, and then over here, and this is really making me nervous, this floor. Because I don't like how it's wet and rotted. You can even see it's kind of sinking in some spots. You have a fireplace here. That is beautiful. Even the small elements that are left gives you a good idea of what this once looked like. How incredible this once was. I'm not that heavy. I'm only maybe 170, 180 pounds. So I hopefully shouldn't be too much of a damper on these floors, but no, are those the original windows? They appear to be. Yeah, they totally are. So that's cool. So this room, I don't know which room this would have been. It's not very big. It would have had this fireplace though, which is neat. Now see, this I feel better about, where it's concrete floor opposed to wood. Oh, you know what? We may not have got to see what it looked like intact, but I like to pretend and imagine what this would have looked like. And imagine what it looked like furnished. And when it was back when it was new. So this would have been your front door here. Look at this door. So cool. It's like little individual squares. Door handles are gone. It's definitely the original window. March of 66. 3/66. That window was made. It looks like you did have someone come in here graffiti on the wall, so that's kind of a shame, but I mean, can't be much worse than it already is, right? So this is your front entrance. They left a little bit of tile for us. I'm not exactly sure why they gutted it, what their plan was here. Let's go, again, very careful, but we're gonna go down these steps into this like conversation pit, almost, I guess you'd call this, or like, just like a sunken living room. Look at all these big floor-to-ceiling windows, so much natural light. And look at this. This would have been incredible. See, right into the basement. Right there. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with this house. If they're going to redo it, if their plan was to renovate it, or if it's being torn down. I think it's too far gone. I think you probably have to tear this down now, but what I'm going to do, because I'm not remembering exactly how this floor plan was, I'm going to put a link to the page, to the article on this house, and you guys can go check it out if you want, because I feel like now that you've seen this, it may have piqued your curiosity. So I'm going to link a couple things to this video down below. Instead of like just taking the photos and they posted them as my own and then I have to credit them, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to link a bunch of things and you guys can go check it out. There's going to be photos right up on this place and all that. So I think that brick wall used to go to probably where not concrete pillar, the steel pillar there, because if you look up there, there's a window. I think there was one right there. You can see the frame, the outline of it. So I think that's probably what was here, and they just got rid of the brick. So again, I don't know what their goal was here when they ripped this place apart. if the original plan was maybe say like, hey, gut it and let's redo it, and maybe they just ran out of money or changed their mind and said, hell with it, let's just demolish it. We ran into too many problems. I have no idea. This was a bathroom. This was like the front powder room right here. Let's see where the toilet would have been there. Okay, and then I noticed the floor is like literally caving in over there. Like it's sinking. You can probably see that. I don't really want to walk on that, so I'm not going to. You can also see that pole, the support beam, is literally bending. So there's some sort of stress on the roof there, which is pushing down on that pipe and that beam and pushing down on the floor. So I don't know exactly what that's about. But this would have been where your bedrooms would have been, your bathrooms. Like this was obviously a bathroom. You can see the holes in the floor where the plumbing would have been. Like this was obviously a bedroom. That was a bedroom. I think the master bedroom was at the end, if I remember correctly, looking at when I seen the blueprints, it was at the end. But like I said, it's gone, it's gutted. I mean, it's not really a point of me risking safety to walk on this floor that I don't really trust and go down there and show you what you can pretty well just see from here, right? As bad as I want to go down there, I don't think it's the best idea that I do that. So I just don't want to get hurt. This window is very cool. It's very, very mid-century modern. Now we will go to the basement. I don't know what's down there, if anything at all, but I imagine it's probably the same deal as the rest of this joint. You got all the HVAC and like the exhaust stuff, metal, spare scrap metal here. I imagine it's gonna be pretty gross down here. I'm gonna be very careful on these stairs because they don't look great. I almost wonder if it's a better idea to go outside and go in from the outside if I can, because I see that wood looks pretty warped. But maybe if we be very careful. I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, because oh, cobweb right to the face. That's cool. Look at the bricks. The way that they're 45-degree angle like that. Okay. Is the door open down here? Okay, this is where I don't like. Oh, hell no. No. We can't step on that. It's sinking. As soon as I step on it, you can feel it. Yeah, and it creaks. I don't like that. Yeah, the floor is totally collapsing. Look at that. That's wild. I do want to go down here though. Maybe if, because I think that's, let me see. Oh boy. That was stupid. Okay. Oh. Okay. There's a bar there, it looks like, from the floor. Is this door open? Yeah. Okay, let's leave that open until we leave. We'll leave this way. Oh, it stinks down here so bad. Dude, it smells like a dead animal. Yeah, so we'll get a better idea of the floor. So, as you can see, it's sinking here. So this is all coming down. That's all bending. This is all... Look at that. Unbelievable. So that's not good. Oh, dude, the smell down here is horrific. This is all just... That is not creepy, like, at all. It's leaking. We're not going to go over there. I don't think there's going to be anything anyways. Yeah, we'll go at this door here. But this would probably all just been rec room or living space, right? But they gutted the whole joint. So that's very interesting. I wonder, where does the floor start to get weak? Looks like right here. Yeah, it'd be bad to step on that, because any extra weight on that, it's coming right down. And to give you an idea of these steps, look at how sunken that little spot is that I was talking about. You can see right through it. So you kind of got lucky there, I think. Probably wasn't a very smart idea to walk there, but we made it. So just be grateful for that. Those are the original glass. Again, windows. Okay, we're gonna go out here. We're gonna take another look outside and then we'll check out the garage. Okay, I had to pause there for a sec just to shut my light off. Let's pull this shut. I do got to go in upstairs again at some point because I got to take a couple photos of that, at least that like fireplace and stuff. So let's go through here, I guess. Okay. There you go. There it is. It's again, it's like stupidly huge. It's absolutely massive. I'm gonna get a drone shot. I mean, you guys will see in the thumbnail of the video, I'm gonna get a drone shot of this house from like probably back here or something, but so the thumbnail will look a lot better than the ground view, I think. Now you got Mega Mansion to the right. You got an airplane turning up in the sky. You got Mega Mansion to the other side. So I'm surprised this is still here. I'm really, really surprised this house still exists. There's so many animals running around in the bushes. Now let's jot across here. And let's go check out the garage. I wish I could show you more of the front. It's just too buried in overgrowth that I can't really, like, there's nothing to really look at there. Oh, there's the old for sale sign down there from 10 years ago. It's crazy how much this has changed in such a short period of time. Actually, I guess 10 years isn't really a short period of time, is it? So here's the garage. This is where they would have kept their cars, obviously. So, there you go. There's a big, dark, empty garage. Garbage bins. It's a garage door there. It's a brick wall, like, it's just a garage. Not much going on. And then you could walk through there and into that door that goes into the kitchen. Got an intercom up there on the wall. Too bad for the graffiti, but yeah, that's pretty well this place. So I wanted to show you guys this one for a while. Kind of had it on my low priority list because I'm like, oh, it'll always be there. It'll always be there. And then I'm like, well, what if one day it's not? So I should probably go do it. And too bad it was disappointing in terms of like the inside. That was a pretty big letdown, I'll be honest, but what are you gonna do, right? It's cool to me how like the garage is like built into this hill, because look how low it looks here. Like I could hop up on that roof. It's like built into a hill. It's so cool, man. It's so freaking cool. Okay, so I think that's where we end this one. I have to go in and just get a couple photos of the fireplace and stuff, so I'm gonna go do that. But there's no outbuildings, there's no pool. Just a lot of overgrowth, so I'm gonna go back in and take a couple photos, and that'll be it. See you guys in the outro, I suppose. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit something different, something cool. Architecturally, outside is cool. And even inside, there's some little sneaks into what it used to look like. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys when this cuts to the outro. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, and that does it for this adventure. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. I know it wasn't technically like a complete house, but architecturally, just on the outside, and even the features that are left, I think this is still really cool. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, leave me a comment below, hit the subscribe button, share it amongst your friends and whoever you think would think this is interesting. Yeah, it's just really sad to see such a house like this. Like I said, I didn't expect this coming into it. I mean, it's such an important house to Toronto's history. You would think that there would be some effort to preserve it, but then again, knowing Toronto, they make very minimal effort to save anything. It's actually quite sad. So what can you do, I guess? Another very, very important home to the city lost, but I guess the people with money win again, right? So, well, I should say with big money win again. But that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. And that's it from this one. Glad I could finally show it to you, but still a little bit disappointing. So until the next one, guys, stay safe, happy exploring, and I'll catch you soon. Peace out.